Hello all you lovely people and welcome to another video of mine. And before I start this video, I want to wish each and every one of you a happy new year. I want to wish you and your family members a year filled with happiness, joy, peace and prosperity, not just this year, but the many years to follow. May you have a great one. Many great ones, in fact. Now, today's video is going to be all about Alan Wake 2 on the Lenovo Legion Go. And I'm going to be talking about the performance of this game on the Legion Go. This is not a game review. I'm not going to be talking about the quality of the game itself, but the performance on the game on the Legion Go. So the driver version that I'm running with is 24.12.1. This is important because this is a driver which you have to sideload. If you don't know how to sideload this driver, I have a dedicated video where I have shown you how to do that. So before you get to this video, I would suggest that you watch the other video to sideload this driver version, and then you'd be able to take full advantage of your Legion Go. Now, Alan Wake 2 is a very demanding title, but here, as you can see, I've played a total of 27 minutes, and I've been able to squeeze out over 100 FPS on Alan Wake 2. Now, obviously, this is not 100 FPS in the game itself, because this also takes into account the menu settings and all that stuff. So when it goes into the menu options, it goes over 140, 120 FPS. So this is the average FPS. In game, I've definitely gotten over 70 FPS in a lot of areas. So I'm going to start off by showing you the Legion Go settings. And for this game, I chose to go along with Radeon Image Sharpening instead of Radeon Super Resolution. Now, I did play this with Radeon Super Resolution as well. So I have tried it out. I'm not showing you the difference here, but let me tell you the difference. The difference was almost between 5 to 8 FPS. So I got a gain of 5 to 8 FPS when I chose to disable this and go along with Radeon Image Sharpening instead. And the image quality also looked comparatively better on this game. So for this game, instead of Super Resolution, I would suggest that you go along with Radeon Image Sharpening and keep the sharpness at 100%. In fact, if you take it down to 80%, you may get more performance out of this game. You can choose to do that as well. But for the sake of this video, I will leave it at 100%. The other settings is that since this is driver version 24.12.1, I have the advantage of AMD Fluid Motion Frames, AFMF2. I have enabled it, and this makes a whopping difference in terms of the performance. I've kept the search mode on high, the performance mode on quality. I have enabled Radeon anti-lag because there is a bit of input lag in terms of this game, so I've chosen to enable this. And Radeon Image Sharpening obviously is on, just like I told you. And as far as the other advanced settings go, anti-aliasing method is multi-sampling. The morphological anti-aliasing has been enabled. The anisotropic filtering has been enabled and kept at 2x. The texture filtering quality has been kept on performance, and the surface format optimization has been enabled, just like my other game videos. I am also choosing to go along with integer scaling, and the scaling mode has been kept on full panel. So these are my AMD Adrenaline settings. And as far as my Legion Go settings go, when I play the game, I will show you those settings as well. So with that said, two more settings I have to show you. One is the Legion Space settings and the other one is the in-game settings. So let's get into the game and show you both of them. Now, weirdly enough, this is the only game which has actually shown me this notification. It tells me that not enough physical memory. This game requires at least 12 GB of physical memory to run properly. There's only 9.7 GB of physical memory available. You can launch the game with no memcheck command line argument to avoid this warning. Just ignore this. It does not have any negative impact on the game itself. So we're going to ignore this and get into the game, and let me show you the in-game settings. All right, so we are finally into the game, and I want to show you the in-game settings that I'm playing with. So for that, I'm going to get into the graphical settings. Now, please note that I'm playing this at 800p from within the game and also from Lenovo Legion Space. So I go over to Lenovo Legion Space. I go over to the display resolution, and I'm playing at 800p, 144 Hertz. I am going to turn on the frame monitor in just a bit. As far as TDP goes, it's kept at performance mode. I haven't even maxed it out, just letting you know. And from within the game, it is at 800p at 16:10 aspect ratio, but the render resolution has been kept at balance because I'm playing with FSR2. So this is 752 into 470, and this is probably the best version that you can play with. Now you'd be wondering, 470p boy oh boy, the game's gonna look bad. Trust me, it's not gonna look as bad as you may think. Now, the camera may not do justice to how good this looks in person, but I'm sharing my personal opinion. And that's the whole reason behind making these kind of videos, where YouTube, because of the compression, may not be able to show you the true picture of what this looks like. So I'm going to try and explain that over this video through my commentary. The resolution scaling is, of course, FSR2. Now, I have turned off motion blur. I don't like motion blur in my games, and turning it off would also help you get a little bit of extra boost to your frame rates. I've also turned off film grain because I don't like film grain as well, but in case you do, you can turn it on. I have kept lens distortion on, and as far as the quality preset goes, I first chose to go along with low, but even when you keep this at low, there are certain settings which will still be at medium. So for instance, I think the global illumination quality is still on medium, even if you choose the low quality preset from here. So what I would recommend you do is choose low quality preset, and the global illumination quality can be manually kept at low. And if you take a look at all the other settings, they are on low settings or on the lowest settings possible where it's available. So in this case, medium is the lowest possible settings for shadow filtering and even for shadow detail. The global reflections, I've turned it on low. Screen space reflections, I've turned it on low. So I'm also using SSR, and I've not turned it off. So even with low SSR and global reflections, this game is still giving me close to 70 FPS. Fog quality has been kept on medium, medium, medium. So this is the lowest settings possible. Ray tracing obviously has been kept off. Path traced indirect lighting has obviously been kept off. You can't play this with path tracing on the Lenovo Legion Go. And transparency has also been kept off. So these are the in-game settings that I'm playing with. Now that I've shown you the in-game settings, what I'm going to do is go over to Lenovo Legion Space again, and I'm going to start the tracker, the Legion Space tracker that is. So you would be able to take a note of the FPS here, keep an eye out on the performance of the game here, and therefore the average was showing high. You see, when you spend a lot of time in the in-game menu, the FPS is 274 here. So it kind of averages out when you play the game. So now with these settings, what I'm going to do is I'm going to load up a game, and I'm going to show you how this performs with these settings. So let's get into the game now. Alrighty, so I've finally loaded the game up. I'm going to reduce the ISO just a bit. I know the scene is really dark, but I just want to show you around. And in this indoor space, I'm getting more than 70 FPS, as you can see. 69 now, 77. So it's hovering between 65 to 75 FPS is what I'm getting. And everything looks really sharp, guys. I mean, things look great. Let me turn the ISO up just a bit, because this is a very, very dark looking game. So hopefully this will help with the screen, and it'll help you see clearly as to what I'm looking at on screen. I mean, this looks so good even with these settings. Now you must be thinking 470p, you're playing this on the balance mode, it must be looking like a pixelated mess. Well, you tell me. Here I am, and I'm playing this game, and it's not a pixelated mess. Just take a look at the car. It still looks sharp. It looks pretty good. Not bad at all, guys. Not bad at all. Again, please let me know in the comment section what you think about it. I'm going to move around a bit just to show you what this looks like. And I think it looks pretty decent, guys. What do you think? There was a bright area, a bright spot there as well. And this game generally is pretty dark. So maybe the camera is not picking up the details in the shadow. I apologize for that, but it's just the nature of this game, guys. I mean, this is what it looks like. And I'm just running around just to show you what kind of performance I've been able to draw out on the Legion Go. And so far, so good. I mean, for most bits, I am getting close to that 60 FPS. In fact, there have been areas where I've even gotten over 70 FPS. And it doesn't look bad, guys. It doesn't look bad at all. This looks pretty decent to me. Yep, for sure, pretty decent, guys. What do you think? Please let me know in the comments section. I'm going to head into this area now. Okay. All right. So far, so good. All good. In fact, let's get into this area and let's switch realities and see what happens when you switch realities. Oh, by the way, I have loaded this game on my internal storage, and this is not on an external storage. So loading this game and games which are graphically intensive on the external storage would not be recommended. I would suggest that you load it on the internal storage. So when you're storing the game, please make sure that your internal storage is empty and you load it in the internal storage. So here I am again in a very, very demanding area. And even this looks pretty decent, guys. Now, please note, this is pretty demanding because you have rain, you have all these shiny surfaces. So these areas can definitely be demanding, but it looks pretty decent to me, guys. Pretty decent. Everything looks so sharp. And as you can see out here, I am getting over 70 FPS. So it's not like it's slacking. I've tried out different areas. I've tried to load up different load points as well. And so far, the performance has been consistent. And you get a satisfactory result when you play this game with these settings that I've shown you on AMD Adrenalin. And again, it's those reflections that kind of require a lot of juice, guys. Look at these reflections here, right here. They look pretty decent here. And it's unbelievable that this game is drawing out this performance on a small device like this. Because let me tell you my experience with this game on my Asus ROG Strix G15 Advantage Edition, which had an RX 6800M. There was a 12 GB mobile GPU. And even on that GPU, obviously I was playing it at 1440p, and even at 1080p, I noticed that that game was not as smooth as it is on the Legion Go. And I am shocked and as surprised as probably you are that the Legion Go is doing so well in terms of the performance when it comes to Alan Wake 2. This game really works well on the Legion Go. It just does. And at this resolution, it outperforms even my G-Strix G15 Advantage Edition, the laptop that is. And here also, guys, I mean, there's a lot of reflection, there's a lot of light, and it's a smooth 60 FPS plus, guys. Just take a look at it. I mean, it performs so well. Even in this well-lit area, let me just get into this area here. Things look so sharp, don't they? They definitely do, guys. Take a look at the hair as well. It's not a pixelated mess, because in a lot of cases, when you play at lower resolutions, you have shimmering effect, you have aliasing issues, but here, that doesn't seem to be the case. So I just wanted to highlight that bit as well, that I am getting a solid over 70 FPS here now. You could say you will get over 60 FPS. The lighting looks great. The textures look fantastic. There are no jaggies. And overall, these settings work really well with Alan Wake 2. If you have had a chance to play Alan Wake 2 on your Legion Go, and if you have tried these settings out, let me know what your experience has been like. And we can have a healthy little conversation in the comments section. So comment away, guys. And as far as this video goes, it's a wrap for this one. If you've liked the content and if you've got something out of it, I would greatly appreciate it if you could hit that like and subscribe button and also that bell icon in case you want to get notified with all my latest videos. I do make videos like this. This is my Let's Play video, or these are my Let's Play videos on the Lenovo Legion Go. And apart from this, I have game reviews, I have gameplay videos, I have unboxing and review of game products or gaming related products on my channel. So all you got to do to become a part of my community is hit that subscribe button, and we can all have a good chat time in the comments section, because it's always good to share our experiences there. But it's a wrap for this one. I will see you lovely folks in my next video. Until that time, I'll say take care, stay safe, and may God bless you all.